One of the things we talk about is when we make a request and it doesn't go well because people either refuse or whatever. Making a request means we should just be direct, give a reason why, and if they say no, offer them a choice so that they can't say no. You can either do that or do that, right? So that's actually the basis on which you make a request. But don't apologise if it's a necessary request. There's no need to say sorry. You don't need to justify why you're doing it. You don't need to be flattering somebody with it. Tell them that their shoes are lovely and hey, here we go, I want you to do this thing. And really don't take advantage. When you're assertive, you aren't the kind of person that takes advantage. You will find a solution. And if they say no, don't go off and huff. It's not personal. There'll be reasons why. And there's some other things here. If you have to say no yourself to something, don't ramble. It's far better to keep it simple and with your reason why. Even offer a different option that you might be able to do. Okay, so it's possible I might be able to do this, but I can't do what you've asked me to do. That's just offering another solution. And if you need more time, fine. Don't ever let anyone put you on the spot. Say, can I think about that for 5 minutes and then come back with your answer? But again, don't keep apologising. Why do we do that? It's incredible. We don't need to be sorry. If you are genuinely unable to do something for someone, then just be honest about it. And don't invent excuses. That's not really good. So, quick recap. Use positive words. Say what you want. Stick to the facts. Avoid long-winded conversations about what's right or wrong. And make sure you try some strategies. Fact, sympathy and suggestion technique is very good for a lot of different scenarios. So look, I've got time for some questions. So if you want to think of some up, I will tell you more about the next webinar while you're typing out some questions to me. If you don't know where to look, you see on the right hand panel there should be a section there you can type some questions in. The next webinar is on the 10th of December and it's at 4 o'clock again. If you can't make the 4 o'clock one, sign up to it anyway and then you'll get a recording. And the next webinar is dyslexia awareness. So we're going to be looking at what dyslexia is and some strategies to help support in class. Okay. Right, I've got a couple of questions come through. Okay. Interesting. Right, first question. Have you heard of the broken record technique? Have you heard of the broken record technique? I've heard of it, but don't know what it means. Well, I have heard of the broken record technique, and I often hear mummies using that with their small children, where you keep repeating your instruction. So if it's put your shoes on, then it's put your shoes on. Thank you. Put your shoes on. You need to put your shoes on. So that's the broken record technique. In my experience, that might work well with younger people. With olders, such as late high school and college, I think that doesn't work, the broken record technique. And I'm sure there are many examples where that might work, but that doesn't work well for me, the broken record technique. Okay, hope that answers your question. Here's another one. What would you say if you had to move someone in class to a different seat? That's obviously a very emotive subject for some people when you've got to break up the groups. I always start that. I don't use the fact, sympathy and suggestion. Well, sometimes I do, but not in that format. I would say I'd start with I need you to move. I need you to move. You can either sit there or you can sit there. You can tell me what you decide to do in a minute when I come back. So you're giving a choice and you're saying, here's some time to think about it. And more often than not, they will choose one. Of course, you'll have people coming back to you and say, I'm not moving. You say, well, I need you to work quietly, or I need you to not distract these people that you're sitting next to. So that's why I need to move you. So it's not anything that can be avoided. The bottom line with moving is you give a choice and they're more likely to do it. And of course, there's going to be some that don't, but don't be put off asking for that. Don't be put off using that as an instruction to move. Here's another one. In-house assertiveness training. Yes, I do run some in-house. I mix it with my full-day program. We do lots of different activities, but I also do half days, and I call it Dealing with Students Positively, that one. We look at lots of different scenarios that you'd have at school or college. But I have got a digital program. It's just one you can download. So I'll tell you about that in a minute if you like. Here we go. Can you repeat the 3-step process? Okay, yes, I will. And I will send you a link to the recording. So if you want to go back over it, then you can. And you can work out how to adapt it to your own scenario. So let's just see if I can go back a bit. So the 3 steps for the noise level, it's the fact, sympathy and suggestion technique, remember? So stick with the facts. This is a quiet area. If it's outside classroom, in reception, LRC, wherever it might be. Your sympathy, you stick with the feeling that they know you're not going to attack them. So the sympathy is, I realise you're having fun. I know why you're being noisy. It's because you've just come out of class. Make sure your learners realise you're not having a go. You just need action. And then your suggestion would be in twos, speak in whispers or go to the canteen. So that's the 3-step process again, okay? We provide fantastic training courses for teachers, trainers and support staff. Visit the website. We have regular free challenges. It's absolutely free to take part in. Enroll onto one of the wide selection of our titles or visit our online shop. Why not then subscribe to our YouTube channel for regular uploads of informative webinars.